Hello everyone! Today we're diving into one of the most controversial leaks we've seen in a while, Nefer, the upcoming 5-star Dendro catalyst from version 6.1. She's bringing with her a brand new mechanic called Lunar Bloom, and the moment her kit dropped, the entire community exploded in debates, memes, and even panic. Some players think she's about to break the Dendro meta, while others fear she's here to bury Nahida and Nilou for good. So, let's break it all down step by step, because trust me, this is way bigger than just another character release. Nefer is introduced as a Dendro Catalyst user, but what really sets her apart is her role as a main DPS. Unlike Nahida, who empowers Bloom teams, or Nilou, who transforms them into core-focused nukes, Nefer flips the script entirely. Her passive talent changes the way Bloom works at its very foundation. Normally, when you combine Hydro and Dendro, you get Bloom, which spawns Dendro cores. Those cores can then be used for Hyperbloom or Burgeon, or just explode naturally. But Nefer rewrites the rulebook. Instead of spawning cores, her passive transforms the reaction into Lunar Bloom, a unique effect that doesn't produce anything on the field. Instead, she gains stacks of a special resource tied to her DPS. Out of primogems? Don't worry, I've got a way to save money and get double the Genesis crystals. This is lootbar.gg. It works just like the in-game top-up system, but with up to 25% off, and new users even get a 10% extra discount using the link in the pinned comment. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $85 on Lootbar, and each update they release an exclusive $77 bundle available for your first purchase every version. All you need is your UID, no password, no login. Just pick your bundle, select your server, enter your UID, and your crystals get delivered in seconds. Lootbar has awesome reviews. It's fast, secure, and trusted by tons of players. If you're planning to recharge for Genshin Impact, Star Rail, or Wuthering Waves, don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and top up now with Lootbar. Safe, fast, and way more affordable. Her elemental skill even consumes Verdant Dew and those Lunar Bloom stacks to unleash a massive charged attack that deals unique damage scaling off this mechanic. So, in simple terms, Nefer doesn't play Bloom. She erases Bloom and replaces it with her own version. So, what does Lunar Bloom actually mean for gameplay? Well, it's still early, but from the leaks, we know a few things. First, it makes her playstyle completely incompatible with traditional Bloom, Hyperbloom, and Burgeon teams. Nilou, who was built from the ground up to empower Bloom cores, simply doesn't work with Nefer. Same with Hyperbloom setups that rely on Electro or Burgeon teams that use Pyro. Instead, Nefer's damage comes from charging her skill and stacking this resource. It's very reminiscent of how Navia turned Crystallize into a personal ammo system, except here, Nefer is doing the same thing but with Bloom. Many players are already calling her Dendro Navia, because she literally takes an existing reaction and privatizes it into her own mechanic. That makes her gameplay unique, but it also raises some serious concerns, which leads us to the next chapter. The second Nefer's kit hit the leaks, the Genshin community basically split into two camps. On one side, you have the excitement. Players are thrilled to see HoYoverse experimenting with new reaction mechanics. Some are already imagining crazy charged attack playstyles where Nefer melts bosses with Lunar Bloom damage. Others like the idea that we're moving beyond the old, familiar Bloom meta into something fresh. But on the other side, people are upset. Very upset. Comments flooded in with lines like, "They're burying Nahida," or "Nilou mains just got betrayed. First, they give us Lauma to support her. Now Nefer deletes her entire kit." Another popular meme summed it up perfectly. First step, kick Nahida out of Bloom teams. Second step, kick Nilou out. Third step, kick Bloom out of Bloom teams. It's not just about Nefer being strong, it's about what she takes away. For players who invested heavily in Nahida or Nilou, this feels like a gut punch. A lot of the debate around Nefer comes down to one big word: power creep. The worry is that HoYoverse is creating characters that don't just add to existing reactions, they overwrite them entirely. If Nefer becomes the new best Dendro DPS, then Bloom teams with Nahida or Nilou risk becoming irrelevant. That creates a sense of forced obsolescence, where players feel pressured to pull new units just to stay competitive. It also doesn't help that some people think this is a deliberate strategy. One viral comment said, "They don't want you to use Nahida or Nilou because players already have them. They want you to pull Lauma and Nefer so you spend money." And honestly, whether or not that's true, the perception is already spreading fast. Now, before we all panic, let's consider another angle. Some theory crafters believe Nefer isn't really meant to replace Bloom, but rather to create a completely separate playstyle. For example, she might scale insanely well with Elemental Mastery and function as a pure quicken or spread DPS, just with Lunar Bloom flavoring. If that's the case, then Nilou and Nahida could still dominate traditional Bloom teams, while Nefer simply opens up a different lane for players who want a charged attack style Dendro carry. There's also the fact that Nahida's C6 gets indirect buffs from all these new Nod Cry characters. If ImpactVerse is designing synergies in the long run, Nefer could end up coexisting with older units rather than replacing them entirely. This is the big question, right? From what we know so far, Nefer is shaping up to be powerful, unique, and flashy, but she's also divisive, and her incompatibility with Bloom teams makes her a very risky pull if you love Nilou or Nahida. If you enjoy experimental mechanics and want a fresh take on Dendro, Nefer could be a must-pull. But if you've invested heavily in Bloom and don't want that playstyle disrupted, skipping her might save you a lot of frustration. As always, my advice is simple. Wait for the beta, watch the numbers, and see if Lunar Bloom actually lives up to the hype. So, what do you think? Is Nefer a creative step forward for Genshin combat, or just another layer of forced power creep? Do you see yourself pulling her, or are you sticking with your tried-and-true Bloom teams? Let me know in the comments because I'm really curious where you stand on this one. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any updates because Nefer's story and the Lunar Bloom controversy is only just beginning.